Alright guys, Jeff back again. It's been some time since I've recorded a video now. I haven't really had time. I wanted to, had some medical issues towards the end of last year and so on, and I've just had some technical issues. I did have a video in the can a couple of weeks ago actually, but I had some problems uploading it, and by the time I sort of got the problem sorted, what I was talking about wasn't really news anymore, so I just decided not to bother uploading it. So what I'm going to be back and I'm going to talk about today. Well, remember I did contemplate the idea of doing this little thing on like woo and stuff like that. And I did that video on that David Avocado Wolf guy. So with that in mind, welcome to episode number 2 of Bullshit Alert.
Bullshitter alert! Bullshitter alert! Warning!
Okay, there we go. That's the intro out of the way. Right, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about chakras. And now the reason I want to talk about this a bit is there's a group online called Spirit Science. Who put a lot of stuff like this up. Now, I watched a video today by a YouTuber I quite like called Rachel Oates, and I'm going to put a link in the description to her video on this, and I suggest people watch that afterwards. And please go check her channel out. I quite I enjoy the stuff she puts up. She's very good at sort of taking apart things like woo and so on. So she does a breakdown of this video that Spirit Science do about chakras and so on. Let's try to explain what chakras kind of are a bit. This is sort of it's a bit of a new age idea. I'm not, to be honest, not entirely sure where this thing originated from, whether it was like Hinduism or Buddhism or something. I don't actually know. I probably should have researched that maybe before I started filming this, but it's kind of the idea that you've got in the body, you've got these like whirling kind of like vortexes of sort of different colors, and that they can affect your mood and your health and your well-being and so on. And one of the things to do, you learn to do is balance these things. The problem I kind of have with this, I suppose, and I suppose I should make a confession here actually, that I think I've mentioned in some past videos, I used to be into sort of paganism and some new age sort of stuff a little bit. I've never seriously into it, but I might have bought into this bullshit a little bit myself at one time, which I'm a bit ashamed of now. So I know people who sort of do believe in this stuff. I guess the problem where I had with this Spirit Science people is just that they are trying to promote this as scientifically valid, I've been around people in those kind of new age communities and so on, and I've sort of heard, I get very irritated when I sort of see people advising others or whatever to use sort of alternative healing or alternative medicines, and and perhaps not use conventional medicine when they really should. And this is where I have this issue with this Spirit Science thing. And really it kind of, the first thought watching Rachel's video when I was watching this is that it reminded me of that sketch by Mitchell and Webb about the homeopathy and A&E. That's just a funny sketch if people want to check that out. But okay, so I just wanted to talk about chakra balancing for a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm getting this out. This is off of a website called Debunking Denialism, and we'll see what this says here. It says when someone was asking him about chakra balancing, and here's this is a statement, and this is a statement about chakras, and there is a response to this. This is Here's a statement. Each chakra is associated with a part of the body which is seen as having a particular functions that are analogous. Sorry, my reading this not very good, but to things we do in our life. Our crown chakra connects to the higher self. The third eye is spiritual awareness. We speak from the throat. We feel with the heart. The solar plexus is the center of gravity, our balance. The groin is our creative energy. And our root chakra is where we are grounded within the observable world and the persuasive universal energy. Okay. That is, come on, that is New Age womb. Sorry, it is. But so here's the response statement about to this claim or whatever. It says there is, of course, no scientific evidence at all that any chakras have any biological functions in general, of cognitive functions in particular. We may use our vocal cords to talk, but this has nothing to do with chakras or any imaginary New Age woo. Exactly what I'm saying. You actually feel with your brain and your nervous system, not your heart. That's the heart is a muscle that pumps blood around your body, which is absolutely true. It's actually true. You don't actually feel with your heart. It's a sort of it's people. It's like this. It's very old thing, coming from the heart or whatever. No, you don't actually. Emotions don't come from there. I don't know if that's sort of an old thing, because maybe if you're a bit emotional, your heart might have started being. I'd love to know. I'd love to know where all that kind of came from. But no, emotions come from the brain. Now, to go on with this, is the solar plexus is not necessarily the center of gravity, because that depends on your body shape, muscle mass, and fat deposits. Balance has also more to do with the ear than the solar plexus. The creative energy, charitably interpreted as a cognitive function, also resides in the brain and not in your genitals. Finally, there is no evidence for universal energy outside of physics and science. So what happens when your chakras are out of balance, and what can you do to fix the problem? It's this. So this is where we go. So this isn't. So this is the. And there's another bit here I'm just going to read as well. Okay, another statement on this site and another response to this. Okay, so these things are out of whack. It gives us more power to some chakras than others. If we are speaking without thought, we are favouring the throat chakra. If we are focusing on spiritual matters, we are ignoring the present reality. We may be forming the crown of a third eye chakra, but ignoring our root chakra. If we feel depressed, we may be restricting our heart chakra. Balancing the chakras is a way to readjust your priorities, and metaphysical means you can focus on each area and ensure that this is receiving energy and contribute to your health and vitality. Now, the statement to this, response to this is vaguely reminiscent of prioritizing some parts of your life while ignoring others. But why do you feel the need to bring New Age woo into this? Why use metaphysical means to readjust your priorities? Why not just do it with your brain? Now, okay, this, if you have mental health issues or so on, and this is, again, I guess it's going to get to the crux of the matter, why I kind of don't like this stuff. People are kind of free to believe what they want to do, but where I have the issue with people at spirit science and so on, and what I said earlier is, when this is presented as something that's scientifically valid, I have a real fucking problem with it. Okay, real fucking problem. And because this is what leads to people, not getting this is what these people using like alternative medicines, like, instead of like real medical help and getting real help that they actually need. And it is something that really winds me up. And where I have, the issue with spirit science, and certainly Rachel Oates in her video, where she had the issue with it, because they're quite sneaky actually, because they did put little tiny grains of scientific truth within their videos, but was surrounded by a lot of new age woo. But if anyone knows what they're looking for can totally debunk what they're saying. So so to spirit science, I'll say this. I'll say it on behalf of Rachel Oates as well, because she's too nice to say it. Big fuck you to you people for promoting this shit. And you know, yeah, look, again, please, people, you know, when talking about sort of claims like any of these kind of new age claims or whatever, please, you know, do a bit of research on this. It might, you know, it might sound, you know, it might sort of sound even quite sensible on the surface, but when you look under it, anything like this, you know, alternative medicines, homeopathy, anything like this, I mean, it is bollocks. It is total bollocks. So, right, anyway, that's the first video I've made for a couple of months now. I'm going to go clear my chakras, I think, you know, so, you know, salute, you know.